Let's play. What's up, guys? Mars here with episode 48 of my Minecraft Let's Play series. Had to remember that for a second. Sorry, I said drink some Mountain Dew. How professional of me! So it is Wednesday, January 21st, 2015. This is the week that I'm sort of making a video every day. You know, celebrating the fact that I've gotten like 3 regular days off of school this week. What are we going to be doing in this episode? Well, I don't want to spoil the surprise for episode 50, so we're just going to continue working on the land bridge, and I will try to find more topics to talk about. I've been covering video games in a lot of the past few episodes, so I imagine people are kind of tired of that. Let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about some new classes. Okay, so what my school went through today was the annual tradition of the first day of the new semester. What does that bring? Well, sir slash ma'am, that brings shenanigans. That brings different events that you do not expect to occur, but still occur anyway. Today was weird, bizarre. You know, it's just a whole spiel of different events. I ran into people that I didn't think I'd run into. Things happened that I didn't think would happen. And, before I knew it, the day sort of took me away. And it said, let's go on a magic carpet ride. Kind of like Aladdin. But we're not talking about Aladdin. We're talking about my day. So my first block is a class that is called Contemporary Law and Justice. What does that mean? Well, that means the study of law and why the law is the law. How about that? That's not really how the teacher put it. But the reason I bring up that class first is I will definitely be talking about that class a lot more in my videos, considering the teacher. Okay, let's get on to the teacher for a second. The guy... I do this thing with some teachers where I will take notes on what they say. I picked that up from a good friend of mine. And just sort of my ashamed feeling and not being able to remember what we did the day before. That good friend of mine, of course, she knows exactly who she is. Being awesome and whatnot in her own right. Yeah, no, so that's what I'll do. And, some teachers have picked up on. I've only done it with one other teacher, and that was my forensics teacher, as you all know. The one and only amazing forensics teacher that I had. I took notes in his class. I took notes on how he interacted with other people. Because I felt like that was an important thing to do. Because I felt like that provided insight onto who he was as a person, as well as it could help me remember what the heck we did the day before. I felt really bad when we couldn't remember. I felt like an idiot. So that's why I did it. That's why I made sure that feeling would never come back again. Okay? That was sort of my goal. That was my goal in life. And so I feel like I accomplished it. I never forgot what was happening again. So that was good. What else has happened? Let's see here. Third block was a class called Discrete Mathematics, which, for those of you who are not high school inclined, basically that is the English of math, is how my teacher described it. And I've had the teacher for this class before. He's awesome. He's a very laid back teacher, as long as you don't mess around too much in his class. As long as you treat him with respect, he'll treat you with respect, is that whole thing. Does not enjoy getting people in trouble, but has no issue with doing it if the situation calls for it. You know the drill. That's sort of standard of a lot of teachers that I run into now. It's just sort of, they don't want to get you in trouble, but at the same time, they're not afraid to do it if they have to. But recognize. Had a bit of an interesting situation. So we're doing a vote on movies, and you guys know that I just went and saw The Wedding Ringer. Still pretty funny. Kevin Hart is, of course, promoting the crap out of that on his own Instagram account. I believe it's Kevin Hart for real. I believe is his Instagram account. If you want to hit him up, I believe his phrase is "holler at y'all" or something like that. So, if you want to go check that out, you can. If you're a big fan of Kevin Hart, I suggest you do. I, of course, watched another little stand-up routine done by him, and so now an inside joke that someone keeps repeating to me, I now get. So that's good. Also, I just realized I do not have a timer on this video. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go until the bridge. I'm just gonna go until the bridge is complete. Is that cool with you guys? Until I'm done. Until I reach the main base again, or I run into stuff to talk about, whichever comes first. But yeah, episode 48. Episode 50 again. We'll have a big reveal. It'll basically be the reveal of my main first outpost. It is being built right around here. I cleared out the land for it while talking to a good friend of mine on Skype a few nights ago. She, of course, couldn't talk today. You know, hopefully she'll be able to talk tomorrow. She's in Florida at the moment. Um, and it's just, you know, amazing people. Um, let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this efficiently here, because this is really going slow. Oh, interesting thing about new semesters is you have to sort of rebuild your lunch group because you lose all the old people. I'm gonna have a lunch group of like 10 or 12 people because of how many people want to like join. Today it was only like 3, but it's supposed to spread into like 10 or 12 just because of how many people I'm gonna add. A couple people that I meant to keep in contact with from my old grades. A kid named Ian. He'll probably not mind if I throw his name out there once. There's a lot of Ians in my school. Met him in Earth and Environmental Science my freshman year. Did not keep in contact with him. He's one of those sort of eccentric people. But it would be very hypocritical of me to complain about an eccentric person. I don't know if you guys watch many of these videos, but one thing's for sure, I am one eccentric mofo. A little brief visit from the sibling. He wanted to play the Xbox 360. Oh, something I do want to mention that's really funny. And I believe it has no language at all whatsoever. Is a YouTube video by the name of My Blackberry Is Not Working. It's done by some British comedians. I will definitely link in the description below. It's one of those sort of more clean routines that I definitely enjoy mentioning to people simply because it's very clean in that sort of sense. Does that British humor? Yes, but if you understand technology in even the most basic way, you'll get all the jokes, and they're genuinely funny. I think one mentions Apple, one mentions Windows, one mentions Xbox, one mentions BlackBerry. That's the extent of technology that you need to know. Speaking of comedians that can stay in touch with technology, Jerry Seinfeld, who some of you may not know, some of you may know. I was listening to the Rooster Teeth podcast a few months ago, and Gavin was basically saying that he stays in with the times. Like last week he had watched Jerry talk about the iPhone, for example, the newest iPhone, and just all the freaking problems that have to go along with it. That company's going under. Can we just like put that out there that company's just falling apart? Is that a thing that we can do? Like, good lord. Steve Jobs probably rolling over in his grave. That's what one of the guys said. And I mean, I don't blame him for saying it. I mean, Apple has definitely gone off the deep end as far as my usual complaint about Apple is security issues, but the operating systems don't seem to work as well as they used to, etc., etc. There's a creeper. What is he gonna do to try to get to me? What is he gonna do? What you gonna do? See, they have the AI built in to try and get to you, so I'm curious as to see what he will do to get to me. Hopefully he does not find a way up. See, there he is. So he's probably confused, just trying to wait for me to fall. Oh, nope, he's going up. Well, looks like I gotta kill him. These guys are pretty easy to kill, as long as you just do exactly what I just did. It's pretty simple. So simple a caveman could do it. But eventually what I will do is I will either cut away the land that is connected to this bridge, or I'll just put fences. It can go either way. Just gonna keep it. Again, I got a lot of wood from cutting all those trees down. It's pretty ridiculous. You guys should have seen me desperately trying to cut them all down. I had to burn so much, but I told you guys this in an episode or two back. I had to burn so much of the forest. Why does this thing keep coming up? It's like the little Kaspersky thing. Since we installed the newest version, they're like, "Hey, register," and we're like, "Why do we have to do that? We never had to do that before." So we're really suspicious about that. We have to get that checked out. I'm really suspicious of everything that goes on the computer, really, um, because Windows is just Windows. That makes no sense to anybody else, but whatever. Of course, I got messages going off haywire. I got Skype going off. I got Tango going off. I got text messages. See what you guys keep me away from. Is that one? Yeah, it's that one group. Thing about Skype is when you know a lot of people and they're all in one group chatting together, that group kind of blows up a little bit. That happened with in the evening days a lot. And you know, it's a fun feeling, but at the same time, it gets annoying really quickly. And there's that mute button on Skype where you can mute a certain group for a certain period of time, or you can mute them until they say certain words. So I usually take advantage of those, because those are usually good to take advantage of. I meant to watch the patch for Rooster Teeth that talked about their top games of the year, but I figured there are some people in the audience that hate me right now for talking about video games so much. So I'm gonna lay off. You know, I'm gonna spare you guys. It's gonna be all good. We're gonna be friends. It's gonna be great and all of that. Again, if you want to get more video game news, you got Rooster Teeth, you got Game Informer, you got GameSpot, you got Machinima. There's a lot of different companies that follow all these different outlets. I got IGN, can't forget about them. IGN was sort of the first review company that I ran into. And so they were really good. They sort of helped me grab on the titles such as Just Cause 2, which I'm really looking forward to. I did a lot of work in that game over the last few days, and so I'm really, really excited to get that one off the ground specifically. And so, you know, hopefully you guys will enjoy that game as much as I did, because Lord knows I loved it. I absolutely loved that game. It never had a dull moment. That's a lie. There were dull moments, but you could push the adrenaline back up so quickly that you didn't even feel the dull moments. While that was important to me, it's not like the selling point for the game. The selling point for the game was you could literally do what you wanted. The game was your playground, and that's sort of what gamers have always wanted. The one regret that I do have about Just Cause 2 is there's no leveling system for Rico Rodriguez, the main character. So he's still as powerful at the end of the game as he was at the beginning of the game, as far as like strength and like damage with guns and whatnot. Which is a problem that hopefully Just Cause 3, which is coming out on the Xbox One and PS4 hopefully in the next few years, hopefully those issues will be rectified. Hopefully they will be fixed, and we'll have a perfect Just Cause game. It's a bit of an oxymoron, because every Just Cause game is perfect. Compared to any other game, anyway. Like, you take Grand Theft Auto 5, a game that a lot of people love. Can't zip around in a zip line, can't zip around in a grappling hook at a stunt parachute. Can't do it! That is one of the limitations that GTA seem to have, though, is that no other company is keyed in on the fact that a grappling hook and a stunt parachute really kick the games up a notch. They allow for mobility. With Grand Theft Auto, you have to always have a car. That's sort of your thing. You have a vehicle. In Just Cause, your grappling hook and your stunt parachute are usually the vehicle, and you just use it to get other vehicles. Heck, you can connect two vehicles together. Like, it just gets better and better, you know? Yeah, and then I met a lot of people also who said that the game sucked, who, you know, they said they didn't want to see the content, they would unsubscribe, etc. And to some of those people, I sort of look at you and I sort of ask why. First of all, why do you watch this, dang it? First of all, why do you watch the channel, but then at the same time, why do you hate these particular games? And usually they're dumb reasons, so I will usually ignore the complaints. Forgot to mention, when you're complaining about a game that I play, you have to have a legitimate argument. You can't just say, oh, it's a terrible game, I don't like it, you shouldn't make videos for it, it's this, 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 and this. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's take another look at it, and let's determine together if the game is really as bad as you say it is. Chances are it's not. and me playing it, at some point you kind of got to live with what I choose to do. Because again, at the end of the day, this is my channel. This represents who I am to a certain extent. And I don't want to be playing Goat Simulator all day, or I don't want to be playing PT. I don't want to be playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't want to be playing those games because I'm not into horror games. This is not what this channel is supposed to be. I mean, I say that you guys control the channel, but at the same time, I do have like a vision for it. Basically, what I want this channel to eventually be is where people can come, and I know someone's mind already went to dirty. People can gather this channel, they can gather the videos, they can do whatever, and they can have their day made. They can watch some crazy Canadian Jew play a video game and just laugh and just have a great time watching. And the best part about that, that's free. You can watch me play this game for free. Pressing that subscribe button costs you nothing. And that's sort of the most interesting social experiment with YouTube, is seeing what people will do when things are free. If you had to pay 99 cents to hit that subscribe button, how many times would you not hit it? I figure a lot. Because there are people who have hundreds of subscriptions on YouTube and only watch about 5 of them. I used to be one of those people that had like 20 or 30 and only watched 1 or 2. So the numbers were somewhat disproportionate to the audience view ratings and sort of audience retention ratings and whatnot. So how you really determine whether you're successful or not on YouTube, in my opinion, do you have a dedicated community? It can be 5 people, it can be 500,000 people. But do you have a dedicated community that will support you in, the good times and the bad times? A lot of companies do have that. Rooster Teeth definitely has that. Does it need to test the bad days side of it? Yes. Rooster Teeth has not had a bad day for a long time. Would it need to retest sort of the bad side of things? Yes. It would need to really try to re-examine its fan base and to see what parts of it are loyal and what parts of it are just kind of hanging out, just kind of coming along for the ride. And those people need to be eliminated. I mean, if you don't directly support the people who entertain you every day, I mean, that's kind of an issue. I say kind of because it's not really, but it does get to me, and it gets to a lot of different content creators. There are websites that have been released that try to directly support the people who make the videos that people enjoy watching. I've been looking into some of that. Hopefully I'll be able to get that launched at some point. But then you've got to ask yourself, who would pay, who would financially support this project? Do I have people? I believe I do. At the end of the day, I believe that I do know a few people who would be willing to spend money to keep this channel going. And when you hit that point, that's when you win on YouTube. When you have a fan base that just cares and loves for you that much, that they're going to financially support you, that's a pretty big deal. Because they can hit that subscribe button all day long. I always say, hit that subscribe button. Some Jacksepticeye, for example, will yell about hitting that like button like a mouse. What I love about that is it's very creative. But the thing is, people can do that. That's free. Just one little click. Some people have thousands of liked videos. I maybe have 100. I only press that like button when I actually did like something about the video. I take these things seriously. Why? It's kind of the way I am. Being a YouTube content creator for this long, I take these statistics seriously. If you look at the view counts on my videos, when I release a lot in 1 week like this, the view count rates will slowly decline. That's because I usually overload people. If I spread it out over a longer distance, usually people will watch all the videos in a decent amount of time, and I get those view counts up to 10 or 12 every video. But why I'm doing it this way this week is because, to make up for the mistakes, as well as to sort of say thank you to sort of all the support so far. You guys are going to hear me say thank you a billion more times. Spoiler alert. Because again, a company cannot survive without its customers. I've said this 1.5 million times. You guys are the customers of this channel. Without you, this channel wouldn't exist. Actually, it would. I would just have 0 subscribers and be really depressed. Some people support me more than others. It's fine. Whatever your preferred level of support is. I'm not going to force you to go any farther than what you're comfortable doing. I mean, but to those people who go all the way, and you guys know who you are, thanks. And I know it sounds really like empty at this point, but when I really sit down and think about it, I don't know where I would be without some of you guys. I'd be a lot more lonely, I think. I don't really want to call out specific people because I want to see if they know exactly who they are. And plus, if I do call out certain people and I forget someone, they're going to feel left out. But I think all these people do know who they are. Mostly the people I've met within the last year or so. But there are a few people who I've known for longer that watch these, so you guys too. But mostly just the people that I try to make an effort to talk to every day. The people that I will sacrifice my life for, in some cases. And these people know that. These people know what I'm prepared to do for their happiness. And it's just the very least that I can do for their support. I mean, watching all these videos, I've done the math. If you've watched every single video, you have used up 16 hours plus of your life so far. That's a decent chunk of time. Not so sure about putting this so close to the lava, but I guess I'll do it. That is a decent chunk of time to throw at a YouTube channel. A YouTube channel that some of you don't even know in real life. And yet you still do it. You still sit here and you still enjoy the crazy content that I put out for you crazy bastards every day. And I work hard because of that. Like you guys know already. A lot of the reason why I work so hard and enjoy this so much is because of how you guys respond to it. If you guys find it boring, I would find it boring. That's a lie. I would still find it fun. But you get what I'm saying. Hopefully. I'm just... I can never say thank you enough to everybody. And, as I continue to make more videos, slowly gain more of an audience, I'll be sure to never forget the people who started off at the very beginning. Who were there since the beginning and will be there until the end. Because those are the people who really matter as well. People who jump on the bandwagon, they're okay. But the real people are the people who remember, who, for instance, remember your very first video. Who remember you complaining about the issues in your very first rendering. Who remember your very first screw up in a video game. Whatever video game that might be. These are all moments that I imagine at some point my audience will have. And it's just what makes it. As weird as that sounds. I mean... Okay, this is weird. We got a skeleton archer in full golden armor. This should be interesting. I might not even get to kill him. Up, up, up. There we go. Okay. Where was I? I don't know. But, yeah. Seriously. A content creator is nothing without their audience. I can't say that enough. And I'm glad that you guys... Sorry. I'm glad that you all have supported me so far. And I hope that I give you enough reason to support me in the future. I've really enjoyed making all these videos so far. I will probably keep making videos until the day I die. I just feel like it's been branded into me by this point. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. I don't know why I have it like this. There's like one more stair that I need. And I don't have it. Bothers me. But whatever. So we're done extending this, basically. If you guys enjoyed episode 48 of a Minecraft Let's Play series, we are 2 episodes away from episode 50, which is easily a quarter of how long I've been to make this thing. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of episodes of this. Again, if you guys want me to stop this series completely and start a new series, let me know. Of course, certain questions that are still remaining to be answered. I will get to those. Don't worry. Okay? You know who you are. Snowy. I will say again, thank you guys for watching. Again, episode 47 of Minecraft Let's Play series. Hopefully, God, I hope it's 47, not 48. I think it is 48. God, it is 48 now. It's got to be. Okay. Have a great day, night. I'm going to try to get this right. Day, night, week, weekend, month, year, decade, century, millennia, era, eon, and all that jazz. I'm going to skip the alien's future now. Till tomorrow, guys. Let's stop.